Hey guys, welcome to Wendy's World. On today's show, I'm gonna be joined by two of my friends. But before that, I would what's it called? I would like to give a shout out. Like I said, I would like to advertise a business, one of the best business I've ever worked with on Instagram. I am going to leave a link below very soon. But first, let me invite my guests. I need to invite my guests, Tokbe and Dami. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna add you guys on now. Okay, I'm gonna add Tokbe first. I'm gonna add Tokbe.
I see you. Um, I what's up? So yeah, I already have two of my friends coming on. I have Tokwe and I have Dami. If you guys are online, I literally just send both of you an invite. If you guys can just join me. While I'm waiting for the two of them to join me, guys, I want to talk about a business that I want to advertise today is Mina's Culture. She's actually a dressmaker on Instagram. I met her on Instagram, but I'm gonna leave a link below before this live ends. So before that, I want to actually talk um the topic for today. Talk about why can't I see you? Why do you only join? Why are you waving there? Okay, why can't Talk by join? Hey girl, can you see me? Please don't tell me the internet is very bad today again.
It shouldn't.
Hey, what's up, Talk by?
Hi, how are you? Oh, this is so close. I have to move back.
Can you see me now?
Okay, yeah, I can see you.
Oh yeah, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine too. Yeah, before we go on, I think we can get Instagram allowed three people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because another friend of mine is coming on, so it's gonna be the three of us doing this live today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to make it more fun. So I was trying to see if she actually saw the invite. I'm gonna send the invite to her again if you don't mind. But how are you so far?
I'm good. I got my vaccine yesterday, so I'm just all over the place today.
No way. I was meant to get mine on Wednesday. Then when I went in on Wednesday, they were like, they have nothing else that I have to come back or they're gonna give me a call.
Oh, okay.
But if I don't get a call from them by maybe Wednesday, I might actually just go to what's that place called City West and go and get my City West.
Yeah, you're right wrong.
Because I don't want everything to be closed and then you have to go to clinics and make an appointment. That she said working, to be honest. At least you're free today. No, no work today.
But like I can't lift my arm, my head hurts. I'm pretty sure I was hallucinating earlier on. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Well, it's at least it's not that bad. Some people get more symptoms that actually envy. Yours is not even that bad. So if you're hearing, and can you hear any noise in the background?
A little.
Apologies. Yeah, I know. Apologies for that. I don't know why Dami is not joining. Um, just a minute. I'm trying to see why she can't join. Oh, Dami, if you're here, can you just send me an invite as well yourself? Because I'm trying to invite you on. Well, basically, yeah. How's your weekend been so far? I know you literally just.
I mean, it's okay. I was working yesterday and then I went out with some friends afterwards, and then today I've just been chilling.
All right. Well, you said you were going to Loot today, something like that, weren't you?
I was supposed to go to Hoth and
Oh, yeah.
paint, so I bought like loads of like art supplies and canvases and stuff. But I woke up this morning and I was like, nope, I'm not leaving my bed. I'm not going anywhere.
What were you going for before?
I was gonna go to Hoth.
Like, what were you going for?
Oh, literally nothing, just to paint.
You and friends, like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. I don't know what's going on today. Should I just continue with you and then maybe after some time, me and you will hang, and then she'll come on because I can't even see her at all. Oh, it says she isn't able to join. And I thought we can do 3.
You should be able to do 3.
Yeah, it should be able to do 3. Okay, I'm sending another invite for her because I literally made sure I read everything about it. And it said we can do 3. But if she can't join, we can just do our own and then she will join as well. Basically, did you read the email, yeah?
I read through your question. I didn't prepare anything because I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, we just like, yeah, we just wing it, like we talk as everything comes on,
Yeah.
just get everything on. Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on and why she can join. That's actually so hard though. Okay, Dami, can you just give me a wave if you're there so I know? I don't know if she's here. I'm trying to type her name and see if she's there. Oh no, it says she's able to join. Okay, Dami, can you just join us just like normal as everyone else, and then I'll bring that all later, and then you can go
Yeah.
back to the other. Is that okay? Okay. So let's just do this. Yeah, we do it that way. So Dami, if you can hear me and Tokwe, we're gonna do half of the show, and then you will come on at the half of the end of the show as well, if that is okay with you. So can you introduce yourself, please, girl?
Hi guys. My name is I'm 23 and I don't know what else to say.
Okay, so let's basically start about talking about life as Black Irish, like right from primary school to secondary school to uni. So what was your experience like?
For the most part, it was fine. Like I grew up in Drimna, and there's like my family and one other Black family, 2 maybe. But yeah, it was okay. I had fun. I was just being a crackhead Black girl who lived in Drimna.
And I noticed that people all of you like saying, in Dreamland you don't have like that many Black people. Is that actually true?
Yeah,
Is that
I
actually
mean,
true?
okay, when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of Black people at all. Like I said, there's probably like 3 families max. Now there's a
Yeah.
lot more. I think that's more because of like uni students. A lot of them like live in Drimna for college or whatever. So there's a few more Black people in Drimna now.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to racism, what about that? Do you ever experience that even while growing up? Like, do you ever experience something as racism, or?
Nothing outright. More like those comments of like if you're walking, you have those like the little kids. You'd be like, "Oh my god, haha, you're Black" or whatever. Um, yeah, there's that. But nothing like completely to my face. Like no one like came up to my face and was like, "Da da da da, racism, racism,
I
racism."
can add the experience of the kids as well. Mine would be like, when you're going to school, like you had them outside their door saying it, and the anointing is the parents will be there and they won't even say a word.
Oh no, because they learn it from the parents. Like, why would the parents
Yeah.
say?
For me, because I just moved then, so I'll be like, your kids are doing, in my head, I'm like, your kids are doing the wrong thing. Why aren't you correcting them? But you just see them, they sit there like they literally do nothing about it, which is actually so bad. I mean, and I remember back in secondary school, my first time, I'm not trying to be racist yet, my first time in secondary school, because I started from third year, yeah, I walked into the bathroom and I saw a group of traveler girls in the toilet. And the first thing I heard was, because I used to comb my hair back then.
Mm.
So I walked in, and one of them just walked to me and she literally touched my hand. She goes, "Are you gay?" I was like, "I know." She was like, "Are you gay?" And she didn't just say, "Are you gay?" It was kind of in a slaughter way. Do you get that kind of way? So I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, "No, sorry." And then I didn't know what that was like. I didn't really know much into it back then. So I had to go back to class that day, and then in the middle of the class, go on my phone and type in like full information of what that was.
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was I was so dumbfounded, like, cause
yeah.
but then after some time, I think I kind of get used to it and everything. But that day was the worst for me. I'm telling you, I couldn't even believe it. Like, Hey girl, I see you, Tammy. We're gonna bring you on during the halftime. I'm gonna chat with Talkman for a while, and I'll bring you on. I don't know what happened on Instagram when I was do tree. I'm so sorry, girls. Yeah, so when I said what's it called, Black Irish, you talk about primary school, you talk about secondary school, yeah. Would you ever say like when it comes? I noticed something like when it comes to position, like maybe when you're in higher class, like fifth class, sixth class, and they kind of do like those head girls and those kind of things. Am I the only one that noticed that they don't really pick us back?
What do you mean?
So for me in my school, yeah, you would never see like let's say a black person being picked as maybe head girl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
coming there?
yeah.
And you would see a black person that has actually that actually deserve the position that's meant to get it, but you never get it. You never see that.
See, I'm the opposite, but I think that was just my experience because I know a lot of people did experience that. Like I was prefect in school. I never, to be honest, I didn't really feel left out of things, but I think because like I was just really friendly, had like friends in school, and I, I just didn't experience anything like that.
You just not that I even experienced, but I just saw people that be like, oh, this person could have been it, cause
But
like
yeah, I
in
do,
class, like academically and everything, they actually deserve it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
then you feel like they'll give someone that actually don't even deserve it, but because maybe because of the skin, because they're Irish, because they're, you know what I mean? So they get those kind of positions. So I kind of just look at it something like there is something going on. Like I've never been any, just like the way that you never go into any school and see. I don't think there's any black teachers in any Dublin school. Even if there is, I don't think they would last that long.
none that I've seen, anyways. Which is weird because I do know a lot of people who do go on teaching, but what schools they're teaching in, I don't know, because not school.
Thank you.
So I don't know.
I remember someone was telling me they had one in the school in Tyler before, and she didn't last like 2, 3 weeks. Like I'm telling you, because the kids were like, when it
Oh,
comes to body feature, she has like, you know what I mean. So like she was getting like they were making her feel uncomfortable and all of that. So she just left.
oh, that is heartbreaking because kids are mean. Like, so I can only imagine like, being in this Ireland, being like one black teacher, where the and just kids being really mean. Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah, I say that will bring me to the idea of do you ever get when you want to do a kind of profession and your parents are like, oh, don't do this or don't do that, do this, because they know like when it comes to getting a job from those kind of positions, it'll be easy for you. That's why you see many black people today going through the medical care more than other what's it called other courses in uni.
Yeah, I
Like
know. Just being Nigerian, being black, anyways. Parents are like, you have to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer or things like that. Just because like that, I think they know because like jobs like those are more like it relies more on like academics. So if you like actually go through the education system or whatever and do what you
yeah.
need to do, less likely that you're gonna get turned down for those roles. Whereas other roles might be based more on maybe how you look or who you know or your background and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about food. Do you think your eating pattern has changed like from uni days or let's say from secondary to uni and now as your eating pattern changed?
In food, yeah, I don't like. Has your eating pattern changed?
I would say yes, because for me, back in in secondary year, I'll be the kind that when school is over, you just be craving like to come home and eat the African food that's filling and everything. But then after when I got to uni and everything just changed. Like I just want to eat some like I don't want to fill myself up with what's it called with pando yam or whatever.
Okay,
And
that's
just
fair. I
yeah,
guess you're like, do you know when you're like your carbonara dishes or your like your fried rice dishes. I get
yeah,
that now than I did in secondary school, but more so because I can make that stuff now. Whereas I'm not asking my mom to make me carbonara. But what's carbonara to my mom? Do you know what I mean? Like I would have eaten whatever Nigerian food my mom made back then. Whereas now, like I can
yeah.
cook a lot more myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I was gonna say like for me, even when it comes to food portion as well, like before, because I don't know, maybe because when we go to school back then, we are all like, we've been so like our energy has been used up. So when you come home, like you want big portions. But
Yeah,
now, But now, yeah, even for me, when I got an example was when I come to your party, did you not see like the portion of, I'm telling you, like my portion has really changed. Because before I know, I look at myself and I'll be like, yeah, this is not even what I used to do before. But now before, if someone gave me that, I'd be like, that is not going to fill me up, you know? But now I get up myself and I eat it, I'm like, that actually filled me up. What was I doing before feeding myself with something that's not going to fill me up? Okay, so we all remember the word when we were back then. How do you always feel when you never get when you're hungry and you tell your mom, can you get McDonald's or KFC? And they're like, oh, I have food at home. I have right at home. I have these.
I actually feel very strongly about this because back then, like that, if like we were coming back from, I don't know, going shopping or something, and we drive past McDonald's, and it'd be like, oh, can we get McDonald's? And we'd always be like, no, there's rice at home. Just never get us McDonald's. And now these days, I think because she cooks a lot less in the house, and it's more so us cooking, she's always like, oh, let's go order food. Let's get McDonald's. And now I,
Yeah,
nah, mom, rice at home. That brings me joy telling my mom that there's rice at home when she asks for McDonald's now. It's amazing.
I did that to my brother, and she's like, you're turning to mom now.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
turning to mom now. Because I just think about it, like, you eat McDonald's, and then the next 10, 20 minutes, you're telling me you're hungry again. So why do I have to bother getting
Oh,
McDonald's?
it's never worth it.
Yeah, honestly. So, let me move on to the next question. Do you think that we black youth we often compete against each other? Like let's say someone start maybe a lashes business, especially ladies, someone start a lash business or lip gloss, something, and then next thing you know, someone else open their own as well.
I wouldn't necessarily say we're competing like that. Like a lot of people would be like, "Oh my god, why are you starting a lash business?" Because there's already so many out there. But I don't believe that, to be honest. Like if you go to the supermarket, how many boxes of cereal is there? There are hundreds of boxes of cereal, and each brand of cereal does well. Like I don't think that we should compete or be like, oh, that person has a hair business. Why would I start a hair business? Like I feel like there's plenty of space in the market for each other. There's no need to compete or have that mindset.
Yeah, but don't you think? For me, yeah, I look at it sometimes. I'll be like, why can't maybe two people come together and just do it together instead of having it and then
Yeah, that's true, but I think it is a lot harder to work with someone, and especially if like you have that like CEO entrepreneur mindset, you might not get along with someone. Like if you have your own business plan and another person is like, oh no, actually, maybe let's do it this way, it just won't work.
you're right though. Yeah, that is actually true. So, as a black woman, yeah, what's your thought on having to change personality? When I say change your personality, yeah, let's say when you're with your Irish friends, do you think you're gonna have to act in certain ways than when you're with your black friends?
Okay, when I was younger,
Yeah,
because all I had growing up were white friends in Drimna. So you kind of like, you don't even notice it, but you start just acting like them. Like, you don't even notice it. It's only when you're at home or you're with black friends again that you're like, damn, why the hell am I acting so differently? But now I feel like I pretty much act the same. And if they think I'm acting weird, I'm kind of like, but I'm black. So, whereas before I would just act the exact same as them. But now, like, I'm just a lot more comfortable with myself. Like, I act how I act.
oh, okay, okay. Because some people will be like, oh, it kind of out of control because when you're talking about selling stuff, they don't get it sometimes. When
Yeah.
it comes to us having and then
Remember we had in my in my college course, me and my friends were talking about like birthdays and stuff, and we were telling a story. I was telling a story about how on my birthday, my family, like in Nigeria, my family killed a chicken. Like so we had a chicken and I loved this chicken so much. And
yeah,
I would throw rice down to the chicken. I loved this chicken. Like it was just tied up in our balcony. And then it was my birthday, everyone was eating or whatever, and then the next day I came downstairs, give the chicken some rice, and the chicken was gone. Obviously, I ate the chicken for my birthday. But I remember telling the story, and one of the white guys in my course was so disgusted. Never spoke to us again because he just didn't get it. Like,
oh wow, no, yeah, I'm telling you now. Okay, let's move on to uni, your social life in uni, and now that you're out. Do you go out more back in uni on than this? Like, back in uni, everyone will be like, oh yeah, I just want to go out. Like, you don't want to stay out. You don't want to be the one left behind. You don't want to see as, oh, all you do is just read. You don't go out. But now when you're out, I kind of feel like, because you're working in the work world now, you be like, oh, I want to save. I don't want to go out today. Or what is it like for you?
Well, like I'm still in uni, but I work as well. But
So
like
you're in between.
that, like say like first year of uni, I wanted to go out a lot more. But then, you know what, I can't even lie because I still go out the same amount now. Even
You're always out. You're always out. So,
yeah, like I just go out regardless.
but do you think that will change in the future though?
No, I'm sorry. JA is endless.
What do you say?
I said JA is endless. I will forever go out, and that will not change.
You sure? This video is gonna be an evidence, stop man. This video is an evidence.
I could be 80 and I could be with a walking frame, and I'm still going for coffee girls.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's talk about social media. Do you ever get people that are in social media, like them in real life? Let's say maybe they could be your neighbors or something like that, and then maybe something happen. Maybe they start doing a podcast or YouTube channel, and they kind of feel a little bit of fame, and then the next thing you know, when it comes to saying hi or hello to each other, you see them like lifting the eyes up and acting as if they don't even know you at all.
I haven't really experienced that. I'm very clear on who are my friends and who are my acquaintances. My close friends would never behave like that. Whereas acquaintances, so people that I know of who do a podcast or who do a YouTube video, if they like act up or switch up or start to behave differently, I wouldn't take it personally because they're not actually my friends. So there's people that I know. So how they act, like it doesn't affect me. Like I wouldn't take it personally. I just wouldn't care.
Okay, okay. So give me an example of your own racism experience. It could be personal or it could be something that happened to someone else. Maybe that you were there and you saw it happen.
It'd probably, do you know what? It'd probably be I was in work after I was working in the bookies, and customer came in, and we just like we didn't like each other. We never liked each other. And he was just going mad, going mad, going mad. And he was just like on a rant. He was like, oh, that's how you come over here and you take all our jobs, just giving out. And like I can't be arsed. Like I wasn't asked to be angry, so I was just like, oh yeah, no, Jesus, sorry to hear about that. And he's like, yeah, you take all our jobs, you ruin everything. And I was like, oh yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Like, oh Jesus, God bless you, I'm so sorry for you. And because he wasn't riling me up, and because I wasn't getting angry, because I was like, I'm not even gonna rise to this, he spit on me.
No way.
Yeah, he spit on me. So that wasn't. Then I got angry and I was like, get the fuck out of my face. But yeah, that was kind of like that was one where, because like I said, like racism has never been very like clear or like out there for me. But that was one where I was like, right, okay, you're like blatantly just being hateful in my face.
Oh wow. I watched this video on TikTok and I want to get your opinion in it, yeah?
Okay.
I was gonna send it to you before this video, but somehow it went off my FYP. This was I don't know, it was McDonald's or something like that, but they were getting served food. So a black woman was standing with a braid on in the front. I don't know if you've seen the video, and the white woman was standing behind her, yeah? She was about to get her food, and the white woman just go, like, literally lift her hair up just to feel it, like that. Without asking. She literally just...
No, now I'm getting angry.
And the guy serving, I think the guy serving, his face was like,
yeah,
you did not just do that. And that brought me back to my own experience when I was in school. I told you I used to cut my hair, and I have this teacher for a mentoring program. Every time he walks in, he touched my head. I'm telling you,
no,
he does it.
dude. Like, so it's like you cannot just randomly touch my hair. I don't.
You know when you're being quiet.
Your blow dried, straightened hair. I don't come into school and I'm like, oh my god, did you curl your hair today? And then I touch it. No. I'm not an animal in a zoo. This is not a petting zone. You do not pet. You do not touch my hair. I just don't get it. I don't understand the fascination on why you feel the need to touch my hair. I just don't get it.
You know, for me, yeah, for that just for a girl that used to be quiet back then. This happened through the third year, fourth year, ending of fourth year. I couldn't take anymore. I just go and so can you stop touching my hair, please? Everyone turn around and look. I'm like, what? Because I used to be the one that just sit there and be quiet. I don't say a word. But you know, something that you've been doing for almost a year now. I think you should just stop it. And it's still just you do the same thing. Like, I love your hair. I love your hair. Your
I
hair is glowing. What did you do to your hair?
like I remember one time I was on the bus and my hair was like up in a puff. And I was just on the bus, sitting on the bus had stopped. I was waiting to, stand up to get off the bus. And I just felt someone squeeze my hair. And I looked. And he had like run off the bus. And I was like, so you like ran off the bus, squeezed my hair, and ran
Oh
off.
God. Oh my thighs.
The entire bus journey, because you were sitting behind me. That meant the entire bus journey, you were sitting behind me, looking at my hair, being like, yes, I'm going to touch this hair.
You already had in mind, like, I'm gonna touch your hair.
Just don't, just don't do it.
No, I mean, she literally turned around and she was like, "Don't fucking touch my hair again." That
Yeah.
was what she said. She was like, "Don't do that." And you could see she felt so remote. Like, all you could say is, "Your hair is lovely. You don't need to touch the hair. You don't need to feel it." I don't know why they do that.
I would their hair and be like, ooh, let me touch it. That's weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't even if you come to me and be like, "Can I feel your hair?" I wouldn't go to someone like, "Can I feel your hair?" No, it's just air. You don't. You want to do it, go and do it, and then you can feel it in your head. Um, what's your opinion about this statement? I read it. This book. It says a black woman is treated less than a dog. Do you hear me?
It's just breaking up a bit.
Did you
Okay,
hear
I
what I
can hear
said?
you now. What did you say?
Okay.
No.
I said the statement said a black woman is treated less than a dog.
Mm.
What's your opinion on that?
I don't see like things like that. I don't like to pay attention to because it just makes you feel worse about yourself. Um, are black women treated less than dogs? I don't think so. To the people that I matter to and to the people who are in
Yeah.
my life, I'm not treated less than a dog, and that's all that I can care about. Because if I care about like the wider world and everyone around me and how everyone else perceives me, they
Yeah.
probably do treat like a dog. But I can't think about that. I can only think about the people who are in my life and the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I think people in general are treated less than dogs. I can't lie because you could be in a burn. You could be in a house and the house is on fire. A person dies, people will be sad. The
Yeah.
dog dies,
Yeah.
they're in mourning for a year. So in general, I feel like people are treated less than dogs. But black women being treated less than dogs, maybe in the wider sense, but for me and the people in my life, no.
Okay. Um, when it comes to relationship, what do you think of first?
Stress.
What's it? Stress. Why the word stress? Why stress?
Because it's
This
just
girl, why stress?
stress. Other person. Stress. Like dealing with myself is working.
Yeah.
You know how much work I have to do to deal with myself. And now to deal with another person, that's just stress.
See, when you kind of think about it after you said stress, yeah, I'll give you 60 over 100 that you're kind of right about that. I'll give you 60 over 100 that you are right about that, honestly. What about friendship? Would you ever do friends with benefit?
I
Friends with benefit, sorry. What? Would you ever do friends with benefit?
that also seems like stress. Maybe less stress because you don't have to deal with them all the time. Because it's not exactly the whole like as emotional and all of that stuff.
When you say emotional, that's what got me thinking. What if the emotion comes in?
Then that's
You
stress.
got, you might be saying, okay, you're just doing it from a benefit, or you do and then you just go. But then, what if deep inside him or her, the what's it called, the emotion was coming in, and the other person didn't know?
Yeah, see, that's stress. I'm not doing that.
You won't do that. Okay, so when a guy approaches you, let's say this was real, yeah, like maybe in a party walking, what is the first thing you look at?
If a guy comes up to me,
Yeah. What is the first thing you look at?
It's hair.
Hair?
Yeah, because I hate high hair, and if you have high hair, absolutely get away from me.
I th I thought you were I thought you were gonna say shoe, but go on. I want to hear what you're saying.
Because you could have really nice shoes. You could have some Giuseppe's. You could have some Dolce and Gabbanas on your feet. But if you have high hair, a high top, get away from me. No, not having it.
The one that I really don't like from is dread. I'm not a really big fan of dread, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, okay, the only exception to dreads is Burna Boy. I can't lie, because he does them well.
No, the thing is, some guys do it and it doesn't look nice on them, while some do it and it looks nice on them.
Well, the thing is, I don't like dreads, but like if you're a good-looking man, you're a good-looking man. No matter what hair you have, you're good-looking.
Someone said, "What about high fade? What is even high fade?
High fades, I don't know.
What is high fade? Oh, sad. What's high fade? I don't know what high fade is.
It's
Yeah,
hair, and I hate hair.
yeah. For me, it's just dread. But then when you look at it, some guys they have dread, and when they pass beside you, you're like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas some have the dread, and you be like, please cut this off.
yeah, no. Unless you're Burna Boy. If you're not Burna Boy, just don't come near me.
I think we okay. It says that's high. That's what she basically said. She said when your hair is high. No. Okay, what about social media? Let's say the person concern you to say on social media. What do you look at first?
I don't know. Like, I'll just look at if you have any mutual followers. If all the type of pictures he posts, I'm so sorry, but if he's a fashionista, get away from me. If you do outfit videos, get away from me. If you, what else? I don't know. If you just post like really weird, like thirst trappy pictures, get away from me. Yeah,
Okay. Um, the mutual friend as well kind of gets on me because I sometimes when you have mutual friends with someone and they approach you on social media, I actually kind of find out in a way like could it be like the first thing that got into my whole mind is could it be like someone from the mutual friend introduced like you know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's why I always go for mutual friends as well. Once we have a mutual friend, no, blocked.
No, I don't mind, to be honest, because then see if you have mutual friends and you can ask your friends who this guy is and you can find out whether or not he's like weird. Whereas if you don't know have any mutual friends and you can't figure out like who he is.
But sometimes the thing about some mutual friends is like what I used to think is they could be friends, but they could be telling you something else as well. Especially if they're guys and both of them are friends.
That's true, yeah.
So that's why. Okay, this said can you see the comments as well?
Yeah, but too far away.
It says does she like bald guys then?
Listen, bald men, they can get it.
Okay.
Get it. But
Okay. Okay. It says when it comes to what's it called communication, there are some guys that could entirely like finish you with a text. Why some called once in a while? What's the thought of that? Like, would you prefer someone that like texts like or someone that calls once in a while?
I don't know actually. Like I would say you know what, it depends on the person. Because if I actually want to talk to you, then text. But there's some people that like I like you, but I don't have to talk to you all the time. Like I don't have to talk to you every day. So a phone call once in a while would do.
Yeah. What about texting?
I don't mind texting like that. It just depends on the person. Like some people, like I'll text you, and I'm just like, why am I even texting you? Like, it's just like, what is the point? You're just having an endless conversation all day. What do we have all day?
Especially some that you can actually predict their text because they're literally like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's fair as well. When talking to a guy, how comfortable would you be? Let's say you just met for the first time. Would you have to be the kind of person that, oh yeah, I want to be full on my makeup, or you just like, yeah, whatever you get, you get. When it comes
No,
to first time.
no, like I will be on that FaceTime call in my bonnet, in my bed, in my pajamas. I'm not wearing makeup.
That, thank you. Thank you. That's my girl. Yeah. So what would you think of girls that actually be like, oh, I can't talk right now, and the only reason why they're saying that is because they have no makeup on?
I mean, that's nice, but eventually he's gonna see you in your bonnet with no makeup on, so you might as well just rip the band-aid off for his FaceTime call so he knows.
The real you.
Yeah, exactly. Because then, if he knows the real you, every time you do makeup, he's gonna think you're even more beautiful.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, you're right about it as well. I think that's everything we actually have for today. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
No.
Okay, I want to say it was very nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming on, girl. Like, it was very fun. Yeah, I hope to have you soon again. Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
When you know what to do. Okay. Thank you so much, girl. I love you.
It's bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna bring on Dami now. Dami, where are you? I'm gonna send you an invite now. I know she was on a few minutes ago. I don't know if she has left. Dami, if you're hey girl.
Oh God, I'm so shy.
I told you to keep your energy from yesterday to today.
Don't worry, it may come little by little. Don't worry.
Let me see your face. Put your face up. Oh girl, you make it so sweet.
Thank you.
You look so
No, I
cute.
had to try small. You know.
Did you call that small? Did you call that small? Those lashes will blow some people away. Those
Oh
lashes will
girl, this is even
blow.
my simple ones. Trust me. I have some really
You have
bam.
some bad one.
How are you, girl? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm still learning anyways, but I'm not doing it. My own is just, the simple, the basic ones. I actually don't, stress myself at all. But you see those lashes, all you need to do is boom, boom, and the guy is off. He's off to the roof. Good to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
No
We
problem.
were gonna
Anytime.
do your boss, but I don't know what happened. Instagram wouldn't allow you to come on.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I was
I
enjoying it
thought,
anyway. So.
I thought we can do like three. That because I did the research and everything, and it says you can do three. So I was like,
Huh.
let's just do three then. So yeah, I actually don't know what happened. Okay, if you could just introduce yourself, girl, that would be so great.
Hey guys. My name is Dami. So yeah, there's not much about me to be honest. Like
Yeah,
me, I'm just a simple girl, man. Just do everyday things, you know.
yeah, everything, guys. That's what he
Yeah.
said. Okay, basically, let's talk about being Black Irish. I know you have a lot to talk. So from, let's say, primary school, secondary school to uni days, how was your experience like?
It was kind of how I explain it. Me, I felt like when I was in school, I was never afraid to show my culture. Like I know some girls, like let's say, obviously from Africa, like some of them be afraid to show their culture, so that I kind of like assimilate with the white
Yeah,
people. Like
yeah,
for me,
exactly.
yeah, like for me, for example, like in secondary school, like some black people don't like bringing like their native food because they don't want
Oh
people
yeah,
questioning kind of food. Me,
yeah.
I did not give a damn. Me, I would bring love rice, I bring fried rice,
That
I
was
bring
me. That
the
was
jam. Like
just
I really didn't care. Like, and I remember one time I brought moi moi to secondary school, yeah, and apparently one worker was like, so when I left. And my friend, and then like this white girl was talking to my friend, and then my friend came back to me saying like, "Oh, my friend thought your food looked like cat food," and I'm just kind of like,
what?
"Huh?" I'm like, "What about moi moi that looks like cat food?" But then
Awful.
my thing is like, you could have just asked like, "Oh, what is this like?" And I could explain what I was eating, but it's just kind of like you were being nice to my face, but then behind closed doors,
Yeah.
you were there talking bad about my culture's food. Like,
Yeah.
so obviously I found it kind of like disrespectful because like you could just said it to my face, like, but I don't know. I don't know for her, Sha.
For me, because I was the only black girl in my year, like from 12 to 6 year. So whenever I bring African food, I just know that day it's gonna be a lecture day.
Mm.
Oh, I remember one time. I just remember now. I didn't say this to Tokwe. Tokwe, if you're still online, I hope you're hearing this. We're watching this movie, Hotel Rwanda. I don't know if you ever watched it before.
Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know the way those girls, some of the girls in those movies, they cut their hair and everything, and they're black.
Yeah.
That was kind of like me back then. Yeah. So I was watching, and then one of the girls goes, "Oh, that looks like Yewande. Or is that Yewande's sister?" And I turned around. I was like, "Excuse me? Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to say she looks so much like you. Maybe you guys are family or something like that." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand when they do that. They just feel like every black person, like, we all look the same or we're all related. And it's just like,
It was so random because your class was quiet. We were watching the movie, and she just said, "Oh, that looks like Yewande, miss." I'm like, "You okay? Watch this movie and enjoy, please. Don't." I mean, like, honestly. So would you say when you moved to uni, was the experience different for you, or was this still the same in uni days?
yeah, it was still the same. Like, it was just still the same. I felt like in my
Yeah.
uni, there were a lot of black people.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I felt like everyone was just basically the same. Like, so I didn't feel any type of way. I felt like it was a bit better for me in uni because, like, my college was so multicultural. There was, like,
Yeah.
people from, yeah, there was a lot of Africans and, like, a lot of Asians in my college. So, like, I didn't feel that type of way. Like, no one had to assimilate. Like, everyone just did their own thing. Like, and everyone was embracing the culture and stuff like that.
I think that's the thing about uni because everybody's now mature, like we are older and everything. It's not like the way it was back in secondary school or primary school. Everybody
Mm.
was a bit older now. So that's what for me, that's why I think what makes uni more like, when I say intercultural and everything, you know what I mean? That's the way it
Yeah.
was for me as well. So, let's talk about food. What
Mm-mm.
was your eating pattern like? Let's say right from primary, secondary to uni days. Like, how was it for you?
Mm. I felt like food was just normal. Like obviously I ate native food, but then like obviously my mom was kind of open mind when it came to other foods. So like we've tried like obviously Irish foods, like foods from other cultures and stuff like that. So it's just I basically just grew up like that, to be honest. Like, so it's not really special to me anyways. So I've always been eating like that.
Oh, okay. So, like, would you be the type that you wouldn't be? Because there are some people that be like, when they want to eat, they say, "Oh, can we get this, like, takeout or whatever?" Do you ever have the experience where your parents like, "Oh, I have rice in the fridge, I have this in the fridge," or maybe you want McDonald's or something like that? Do you ever
No,
have that?
weird enough, no, not really. Like I even when we're growing up, we never really asked our parents for like McDonald's or anything. I think it's because like our parents kind of took us to those places when we were young, so it wasn't a
Oh,
thing that we had to ask our parents for those type of things. Sometimes it's just like we just
oh,
end up going to McDonald's or KFC, like. So it was kind of different for most people because now some people be like, "Ah, there's rice and stew at home," and all this stuff, like. But thankfully,
yeah.
we were
Like,
young.
I remember I met someone and she was talking about like growing up as a kid, like they never went to any of those restaurants.
Oh, really?
So until like she got to uni, when she started going to school by herself, like she going out to get food, like lunch, that was when she was going to start tasting all those food.
Ah,
She was
wow.
like, what? She was like, yeah, even in primary school, all she knows was go home, either eat rice or eat pounded yam or eat ever.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Yeah, they were not. I was like, so what about not even McDonald's? She said no. I was like, not even like just go to maybe Central and get roll on. She was like, no, we never get that. Is
Mm.
that you eat rice or my mom will make she said that mom will make what's it called plantain or beans or whatever ready for them when they get home. Yeah, there's no such thing as takeout. So I was like, what?
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Also, okay, let's talk about friendship. When you're friends with someone, what do you actually expect from your friends?
For my friends, I expect loyalty and honesty from
Okay,
friendship.
okay.
Like I don't like friends that be like, oh, just enable bad behaviors. Because I'm the type of person, like, normally I'm not a type of confrontational person, but if I feel like you're doing something wrong, I will tell you. And I feel like my friends should have the same energy back. And I feel like also as friends, we should be able to tell each other what we're doing wrong. But it's also the way you approach it at the same time. Like, if you have good intentions, obviously you have to bring it up to me in a way that you have good intentions. I actually want to see the best of me. But like some people just don't know. Some people just like, how do I explain it? Like some people just don't bring up issues to somebody. And then all of a sudden, like they'll probably just cut them off and that type of thing. And to me, I don't know, I find it very immature because like at your big age, like you should be able to tell me if you have an issue with me, just tell me what it is. Like don't be going around the bush, like that type of thing. Like, and obviously loyalty, like loyalty to me means a lot. It really means a lot. Because especially you just be seeing some people just do fakeness, like to be there posting the plans. Oh yeah, that's my bestie. Oh, you guys can never. But then
Or maybe when you're with a partner, something like that, and they know there's something going on, and they don't tell you.
Yeah.
And they still keep hyping you.
As in, they be saying like, oh, imagine they post me, I'm like, oh, I'm bestie and this and that. But my hair is done late, my makeup is looking anyhow. I'm just like, it's just like come to embarrass me, like.
I'm telling you, yeah. Or some friends that you actually, what's it called? You do something for and they don't reciprocate.
Oh.
That is the one that that is one of the one that actually annoy me so much.
I'm the same.
I'm telling you, so these days I just do like, it's not like I'm being selfish, just me and my family. That's what I do these days, honestly. Because friends, they come and they go. So I just feel like there's no point in you like doing something for people and they don't even reciprocate or they don't even do anything back for you.
Yeah. But I think that's hard for me because me, like, I'm a giver as well. I like to help people. So like I always don't end myself in the situations like I do things for my friends. And it's like, okay, but then when I do these things for you, it's like they just throw it back in my face sometimes.
Oh, when it comes to giving, yeah, I give. But I mean like things like, okay, let's say sometimes you dress, your friends see your friend on social media, they dress really good, and you're like, oh, my friend's looking on, let me post on my story or something like that. You post that. But when it comes to maybe you do your birthday or something like that, or you do a shoot or something like you put it on, and when it comes to their turn, they'll be like, oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. And I'm like, see, I saw my snap. It says you saw it. So
I tell you, I didn't see it. Oh, I forgot about it on your birthday. But when it's their own birthday, like you actually remember, you post them, you did this, you did that. But when it's your own turn, that's when they be giving you a story, everything like that.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me.
I know it sounds a bit childish, but some people still do it. They're like, yeah, that is next year. I'm just gonna forget that one as well. That's basically what I do.
I'm the same.
Yeah,
I'm like, if you don't say happy birthday to me, I remember once you don't expect it from me.
That was the next year. And don't come to me and be saying you didn't post my own. I'll tell you, last year, I forgot now, just like the way you forgot my own. Because I think there is no need to be, at this age that we have, there's no need to be lying. There's no need to be pretending anymore to each other because we're actually growing up. You know what I mean? If you're going to accept me for who I am, accept me. If you're not going to accept me, the door is open. Like, the person can just walk out.
Yeah, I agree.
Sort of just keeping friends that are not going to do. So, as a Black woman, yeah? What's your thought on the personality change?
It can be very irritating.
Let's hear it. You have something to say, please say it.
This happened, how long ago was this? This was probably 5 years ago. Basically, I was working during the summer, and this is around I was still in college. So basically, I went to my manager's like, okay, I'm heading to college soon. I will need to adjust the hours to part-time because I have college to go to, right?
Yeah.
So I brought this up to them like 2 months beforehand. I sent them the hours I can do, yada, yada, yada. And they were like telling me like, okay, it can take up to a month for it to get approved. I was like, okay, grand. I don't know why it should take a month, but because you know when college season is like. So anyway, I couldn't do anything about it. So I waited. So I brought up to my manager. I was like, oh, what's the update? So then so apparently my manager had to send it to a higher up. So then apparently he forgot to send it higher up. So basically,
Oh,
I waited a whole month to get my time approved, and nothing happened. I just waited a month for no reason. Then I had to go
mhm.
through the process all over again, and like I was really pissed off because like that time for me to wait another month, I'm starting college. And
Oh,
like I really wanted to give up. I was like, okay, there's not much black people here. I'm in a white
yeah,
place. It's like if I now start giving out, I don't want that. Oh, she's damn, he's aggressive, the typical
yeah,
black girl. Yeah, so it's just like
yeah,
really pissing me off because like I can't even properly express how I feel about this frustration. But then it's kind of like I have to act like, oh, this is not a big deal to me because I don't want that label on me, especially for
yeah,
a black.
exactly. Yeah.
So, like I was so frustrated. Like,
That's actually bad. But we all know if it was somebody else, it wouldn't be forgotten like that.
yeah,
Seriously, that is just so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna move into how was your life for you as an Irish black girl? Was it the way you imagined it, or was it totally different?
I didn't really expect anything. I
Really?
think because basically I basically came to Ireland since I was 8 months. So to
Okay.
me, it's like this is normal to me. Like I wasn't really expecting anything, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
I do know that probably could face some type of racism, but it wouldn't be something that like so common or blatant. Like, but yeah, I just thought it was just a normal thing for me, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's talk a little bit about social media. Do you think social media has so much influence on us youth these days?
Yes, I feel like social media is basically like the new TV or the
And
new.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's because people go there for as work. People use it for influence. People use it for like careers. Like people use it for everything.
And
And
these
it's
days,
hmm?
and these days everybody's a brand influencer.
Oh, not influencer, yeah. And it's like, oh man, what are you influencing? Like, you don't do anything for me. Like, oh, you're just taking pictures and that's it.
I'm, I'm sorry, yeah. As a parent, if my daughter or my son comes to me, and my son African, yeah, but if my daughter or my son comes to me and say, yeah, I want to be a brand influencer, I would say yes, but you gotta go to school. You need to get an education. You need to go to uni. You know what I mean? That brand
Yeah.
influencer has to be exciting, not not a daily thing, because you're just gonna be waiting for how long to be. You know what I mean?
Mm. I wouldn't mind if it becomes a main thing. Let's say after you blow up, then you can make it a main thing, but I wouldn't start off as a main thing.
Yeah, 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 true. That's what I'm trying. Yeah, yeah. Not sign up with it like as a main thing, but it has to be, you know what I mean, like something that maybe after your
Mm-hmm.
uni, you're working, when you're not big, just like you said, yeah, you can
Yeah.
take it as your main thing. But from the beginning, not as your main thing. Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally right about that. Um, okay. Your racism experience, do you have any personal, even if you have personal or the one you've seen that happen?
Yeah, I actually did face racism in secondary
Mhm.
school. So this happened in TY. So
Oh wow.
in my class, I was the only black girl in my class. If I can remember, I think this was art class. So basically, I came in, there was a seat that was like I wanted to sit beside this one girl, right? So I sat beside her. I sat beside her. Then she just got up and moved somewhere else.
No way.
Yeah, randomly, like the moment I sat down, she got up and sat somewhere else. So then so everyone saw it, but one guy knew what was going on, and then he was like, "Oh," she said to the girl, like, "Oh, I know why you did that," and I said, "Yeah, I do too," and she knew what we were talking about, because like, yeah, I do issue stay sitting there. It's just when I sat down there and I was the only black girl. Now all of
Yeah.
a sudden you want to get up and sit somewhere else. So then everyone is just acting confused. Like, everyone in the class was acting confused. Like, oh, what happened? What's going on? I'm just like, how do you guys not get it? She was calm
Yeah,
sitting there. I then sat there beside her. Then
yeah.
she got up and sat somewhere else, like further away from me. I'm just like,
That's actually obvious. Like, do I need to start saying it with my mouth that she's being racist? No.
yeah.
Wow. That is that
Uh,
that was actually that's actually big, and that is actually,
yeah.
wow. She didn't even
Um,
hide it.
no, but she was trying to deny, like, oh, we were just reaching. I was like, but it's so obvious.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
true though.
literally so obvious. There's another situation. I won't say it's racist, but it's kind of like ignorant. It's more ignorant than racist.
Okay.
So basically, I got a cut. So I had to cut my finger and I was bleeding. And this girl saw me bleeding. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I'd never seen a black girl's
No,
blood before.
no, she
And I
did
was
not.
like, what do you expect black people's blood to look like?
I'm telling you, I don't get it sometimes.
I was
It's
like,
like they think
it's
we are made with,
purple.
it's like we are made of the same gene and everything. They think we are some totally like, you know what I mean? You've
I
never
was
seen
literally
one.
so confused. I'm like, so then how do you expect black people to bleed? Like, I was literally so distraught. I even brought her up in the class, and everyone was just like, what the hell is this girl on about? I'm like, I don't even know for this one. I really don't even know. Let me not say anything now. Before she says I'm bullying her, let me just keep quiet.
And you're actually right. It's not kind of racist. It's just being an ignorance because some of it's kind of the way, I'll say maybe it's the way, what's it called? The way our people, like, the way on TV, they're like, oh, this kid in Africa is dying. So they think we are some kind of people that there's a way that we are built up. Like, oh, no, on TV, they show they had, oh, this kid in Africa is dying, or this blah, 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 and everything. So they kind of think like, oh, it's like someone asking me the other day, it was like, I was talking about a TV program I used to watch when I was young back in Nigeria. She was like, "Do you guys have TVs?" I was like, "Yes, we do." She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, we have TVs." And I was saying, "Oh, what about microwave?" I'm like, "Yes." Even you will see some of the best electric stuff when you go to especially Nigeria. Like they have so many things in Nigeria, even though even though they're poor, you know what I mean. Even what the rich people are using there, they're very very good things and expensive things. And she was like to me, "Oh, I didn't know. So you guys have TV?" I was like, "Yeah." "What about internet?" I was like, "This girl really think I'm from the bush."
This is why representation matters.
She was
This
like,
is
I was like,
why it matters.
she's like, she said it. She's like, "You have internet?" I was like, "Yes, we have internet." She was like, "So why are they all like being on the TV saying some kids in Africa are dying, doing charities?" I was like, "That's because some part of the country, some people are poor and all of that. Just like the way it is over here, where you have homeless people and all of that. It's just that in this place, you just don't make it like a big deal where you
Yeah.
put them on TV. They just do that in Africa just to get more help because the government are not doing what they're meant to be doing. So that's why they're doing that." And she's like, "Oh no, I didn't know." And then she wanted to start a whole history of, so what does do you? I was like, "Yeah, this is where this conversation ends. If you want to know, go on Google and search it up." I just had to end the conversation because I don't get it what they all think of us when they see us.
But it's like, it's what the media tries to portray us like. Like,
You're
obviously, like,
right.
normally, like, when they try to portray, there's always negative things. Or we're poor, or with thugs, this and that. Like, they always put us in a negative light. Like,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That's right. You're right. You're right. Let's talk about black struggles that white people don't understand. Let's talk about our hair, our dressing, and all of that.
um, Black struggles, yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't understand, like, how people, I just feel like when people who can't obviously relate to a situation feel like they can put their own 2 cents in when they can never go through what we go through at all.
Yeah.
Like, especially like if we, let's say we go through something and it's something racist, and then they'll be like, "Oh, not everything's about race," but it's like, but you guys use race for your own benefit. You guys created a whole construct how to treat people based on the color of their skin. Like, you
Yeah.
guys created that whole construct and made laws that discriminated people of color and stuff like that. So then for you guys, and like obviously like institutional racism, medical racism, like it's still affecting us to this day. And then like when we bring all these things up to you, then you guys are gonna act like, oh, why are you bringing race into it? I'm like, you guys created this in the first place.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's true. Did you hear the story I was telling Tokwe earlier about the white woman that was touching the black lady's hair?
Yes.
What do you think about that? That was so disrespectful. For
But
me,
it's mad. Because even what your friend was saying, she was like, oh, it's like a petting you. And I went through that as well. I went through that experience in work before. Like, I
mine,
wore my extra hair.
yeah,
And like, everyone was just touching my hair. And like, I'm just like, get off me. Like, I'm not an
that,
animal. Like, I'm
that
not, I'm
happened
not
to me
doing to you
too.
now. When you got curls, like, ooh, let me touch your hair. Like, you don't see us doing that. Yes, I get
Yeah,
it. It's
like you ever see
true.
like them, even touch there, you sometimes you feel like you need to ask permission from them.
Yeah.
Even if you want, but we don't even do that. We just like, oh, for me, I would just, oh, your hair is nice, and that's me. I'm gone. I don't need to touch. I don't need to feel
Yeah.
your hair is nice. Just compliments. I'm gone. I went through that whole phase back in secondary school from like third year. I had this teacher because I used to cut my hair. He literally come in and be like, oh, your hair is nice. Oh, what did you do today? Oh, and because I was so quiet, so I was just like, okay, thanks, okay. You know, when someone is doing something and it was like the anger was building up for someone that don't talk every day. So one day
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, so can you start touching my hair? And they would just turn around like, for someone that don't speak, they were like, ooh, where that energy come from? And he was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say, oh, in my head, I was like, yeah, if you like it, like, just say you like it. You don't need to be like touching my hair and be like, oh, your hair is nice. What did you do to your hair today? That's just kind of disrespectful. And since
Yeah.
then, whenever I see me, just like, oh, nice hair. I'm like, yeah, thank you. It doesn't even come near me, not to talk of touching my head anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like just kind of invading my privacy for me. That's the way it feel like, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that to an Irish white girl.
They don't.
They wouldn't. They don't. That's it. They don't at all. So why do that to us?
Ugh. I don't
I just
know.
find that so disrespectful. So when it comes, I asked about relationship already. When it comes to friendship now, what do you expect from a friend?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying before, like loyalty,
For
honesty.
friend as well.
Yes.
Good, good.
Honesty. Yeah, honesty,
Which is
loyalty.
even though we both know that that is very difficult sometimes to find, even though they act it, but sometimes you be like, you don't know if it's actually true, like 100%.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't had that much bad friends. So, but like there has been some situations, just like when jealousy and things don't get there, when they don't get their way. Oh,
I get
more
it.
you go
Huh.
see the real them. I'm
And the
like,
real
what?
African girl come out. The Irish one will go away, and the real African one will come out. You're right.
Just like, what? This is what you're like. And it's scary. It really is scary because, like, if you can act like this to someone that was considered your friend, imagine how you would act to someone that's not even your friend.
You're right. You're right.
Uh, and what else? I think one of the biggest turnoffs for me, with friends, relationships, doesn't matter. People
Okay.
who don't take accountability. I hate it with a passion. So much. I hate it so much. Because, like, they could do something wrong to you. You can bring up evidence. You can show them
And
evidence.
they'll be like, no, no, I didn't do it. It wasn't.
I didn't do it. I'm like, I'm showing you the evidence. And they're so in denial. Even though it's like they have no excuse, they still don't see themselves as the problem. And I'm just like, Omar is above me now, and only God can save you at this point. It's only God. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, now someone else went through the same problem with you. And like, how you not say you're going through the same issues with different people, but you don't see yourself as the problem?
Oh, wow. I know. For me, I just like, okay, let's just move on. Even though I know something like that's gonna happen again, I just like, let's just move on and pretend it didn't happen. Even though I know maybe like a month or so another situation will come up, the denial will still be there.
Uh, I did that up to a certain point, and then after I was like, nah, I can't. I can't. I couldn't continue the friendship. I had to cut the person off, like, because like
Wow.
it's mentally draining. It's actually just draining.
Because you'll be thinking like, let's say it was something important, maybe your life depends on it. That is how they would just like, just mess everything up for you like that.
Yeah, it's not even that, but just like it's just like it's how do you treat someone like this? Like, cause like if the shit was on the other foot, you will feel the same. You will feel a way about it. So for you now, you have the audacity to treat that to somebody and think you can get away with it. Like, are you mad? Are you dumb? Like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
true.
it pisses me off.
So when a guy approaches you, what's the first thing that you look at? If this is,
When
we're talking about a real life setting, let's say you were in a party or maybe you were just out, what's the first thing that you look at?
The first thing, the first thing. I think I won't lie. I think it's their teeth.
The teeth.
Nah,
Okay,
a
this is
look.
new.
No, a guy could look fine facially, but if the teeth is doing crickle crackle, nah, I can't. I
Yeah.
cannot. It can make a huge difference.
Have you had an experience of bad teeth, or why is it that you just focused on the teeth?
I remember one guy, I met some girl on the street before, and I was looking at him, I was like, okay, this guy's not bad looking. And like he was approaching me and my friend. But once he opened his mouth,
Jesus.
oh no. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Like, nah.
No way.
All right. Nah, teeth makes a difference. Because
So
I don't know.
apart from teeth, what else would you look at?
Hair.
Hair, okay. Talk about that
Yeah.
as well. What kind of hair would you be like interested in?
I'm not really picky on hair. I really don't care. I don't care if you're bald. I don't care if you're low cut, dreads, braids. I really don't care. As long as you look presentable. Like, how can you have the audacity to come at me? You haven't do touch up in 3 months. Your hair hasn't seen bab on the hairline. Like, yeah, oh no.
Are you said the one with so much tangled beard? And I'm like, are the barbers on strike?
It's not even that. It's just like simple. Like, you can think, like, I feel like you could just learn from home. Like, I mean, even this lockdown, you couldn't go on simple YouTube, buy blade,
Clipper.
40, 50 euros. You could just practice, like.
Oh my God. No.
Nah.
No, when you talk about it, now I cannot think about it as well. I remember at a party, yeah, there was these couples together. If you look at the wife, no, she's not a wife, she's still a fiance. When I say beautiful, yeah, she's so beautiful, yeah. And I remember looking at the guy. He's good looking, yeah. But just remember when you said teeth now. His teeth, oh no. Those teeth, they need a visit to the dentist.
Bam, even some teeth. Dentist can't do anything.
They were so brown. They were so haggard. What?
What? Oh, nah. Ah, people with colored teeth. No.
But this one was like, I don't know. In my mind, I was like, how do you kiss this guy at night? Those teeth were so, like, when he was laughing, you could see everything. There was no single white. It was all brown. And I'm like, dang. I was like, nah, not me. I don't know how she was able to put up with it. No. No, I couldn't.
I know sometimes it could be diet. It could be what you eat can discolor your teeth. I think like drinking like coffee or tea can stain your teeth.
What I noticed from that guy is maybe it could be smoking, because at that party he was smoking a lot. He was smoking a lot.
I can't date a smoker. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I was saying to myself, even if it goes to the dentist and it goes back to that smoking, the teeth will just be back to the way it was. But I was just thinking in my head, like, no, I would not even say yes to this guy. Let's talk about accepting his ring. Because those teeth, they were all like too bad.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually a good looking guy, but it was just when he was talking, yeah, all I could look at was just the teeth. I was just, when
Focus on
someone,
the teeth. I'm the same. I always focus on the teeth.
I was just looking at the teeth like, do you not look at yourself in the mirror every morning? It was so bad.
Sometimes I'm like, have you no shame? I like, have you no shame? And it's especially from smoking. Oh no, especially from smoking. Like, actually, smoking is a huge turn off for me.
Yeah, I
Huge,
know. Smoke,
yeah.
no.
Like, man, I remember one time, one guy was talking to me, and this guy smoked weed. When I smelled that thing, yeah, I was like, just
Was it while he was talking to you?
yes.
Why?
When I got a whiff, yeah, I was like, now, please, Edro, please, let Jerry, please, Edro, please, just leave me. Like, just
That
leave me.
that Africanist thing, I was just like, no.
yeah,
Because no
nah.
matter what you do, even when you go to their house is gonna be smelling of smoke as well.
Yeah, but I hate the smell of cigarettes and weed. I hate it.
Oh no, oh my god. Weed is
Yeah.
actually even the worst, I'm telling you. It's the worst. I actually be like, no. That's why I don't like smoke because I know even if you're telling me you only smoke cigarettes, I won't accept because from cigarette before you know you move to weed, before you know you move to something else. So yeah, no, just go your way. Honestly, no,
Yeah.
no, no. What about social media? What if you met the person on social media? What would you look for on social media?
If I met someone on social media, ooh. I won't lie, most of the people I've talked to on social media are like people I've met. So it's not
In real
like,
life?
yeah, in real life.
Okay, I'm saying that something like you've never seen this person in your life before, and they literally just like the way guys just slide into DMs. So what would be the first thing you look for? Let's say you're very interested in the person.
I won't
Huh?
lie,
Yeah.
if I haven't met you in person or know you through someone, I'm not talking to you on social media. I'm not talking to you. I'm not.
Because to me, I just feel like I ask people and they say, because of things like, oh, some people will like, oh yeah, because you never know, people get married now, even when they meet on social media, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but what do you look at first? Because sometimes people slide into your DM, you look at them, they look good, but
Mm.
behind the background, I mean, like, what actually do you look for? You know what I mean? Because these are people you've
Mm.
never seen before, you've never met. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you were to, even you say you don't reply them though, okay, but if you were to reply, what, like, let's say, what would you look at? Would you go to their profile and look to the pictures, or what would you do? Or would you look for mutual friends? Because I know people are saying, no, I'll look for mutual friends.
Yeah, sometimes when guys ask me, the first thing I actually do check is mutual friends. If we share mutual friends, like, okay, I'm really close to or I know this person well, I'll add you. But if I don't really know, if other than that, I probably won't add you. But like, just because I add you doesn't mean you can slide in my DMs. I'm only just being friendly with you now. Because that happened to
Do
me
you
with
want?
one guy.
Yeah, go on.
So basically, what happened was this guy was I don't know if you probably see this, but this guy was I think he was dancing or something. Like, he came up on my feed. I think he was dancing or something. So I was like, oh, okay. I never see this type of dancing in honest, especially from a man. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, let me like it because this is unusual. So I liked it. Then the guy then sent me a friend request. So then I looked at the friend request, and I think we had like 2 mutual friends, and like I know these 2 people. So I was like, okay, fair enough. I add you because I know these guys for a while. So I added him back. Then man felt like he could come and slide in the DMs. So he messaged me before. I ignored it. I didn't even open it. I just left it there. Then I posted something on my story. Then he felt the courage to slide in my DMs again. And he was like, oh, what if you compliment me? I'm not a rude person. Like, obviously if you compliment me,
Yeah,
at least
yeah. So I think I'll be like, thanks and all of that. Yeah.
but those doesn't mean it's now leeway for you
The
not to start conversation.
yeah.
I'm just being friendly, I'm just moving on. And then he messaged me saying like, oh, do you mind if we chat more? And I was like, yeah, I'm about to head out this convo because I don't have time for this at all. I really don't. I just no.
Okay. I say so when it comes to like talking to a guy, like let's say FaceTime or whatever, would you be the kind of person to say, okay, I need my makeup and everything, or would you just like, oh yeah, I'm on my bonnet, whatever you get this time, that's what you get.
Yeah, whatever you see, you get. Or more, if you want to know me, you get to know the real me. You get to see my vulnerable state. I just feel like, I don't know, girls that just put on makeup for a guy on FaceTime.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like,
know how girls do that, to be honest. The only reason why I'm wearing makeup today, yeah, is because I went to church. So this is the makeup from church. If it wasn't that, I I, I can actually count the amount of times I wear makeup in the month.
yeah.
So
Like, the only reason I wear makeup today is I know I'm going online and people are seeing me. So, like, oh, come on, let me just look presentable for these people who, before someone that
exactly.
comes to me. Yeah.
I'm telling you. But when it comes to like me just walking, because I know someone before, like just to walk from our house to the shops. When my mom sent a
Mm.
message, she's like, "I'm coming," and I'm coming means she's going up to get her makeup done before she can go. Yeah, I'm like,
Mm.
why do you do that? I think sometimes for some people, the way I see, I think it's confidence. Like they feel like if they
Mm.
don't have the makeup on, they don't look beautiful. You know what I mean? But for me, I'll be
Yeah.
like, if it happens, it happens. If someone is gonna approach you, they're gonna approach you. Even if you have the old makeup and this old word on, they're gonna approach you. And even if you don't have it on, they're not gonna approach you as well.
Yeah. I agree.
Mhm.
Like,
I don't see anything in like saying, yeah, I have to put on my full face makeup before I can actually look good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, also, okay, I'm gonna give you this. I don't think you were my last time when I hacked someone, you're laughing. I'm telling you that. Like, just, I don't know if you remember the story before. What would you do if you were with your ex, was wearing some nice, and you just like, oh, I like that. Where'd you get it? Or maybe you like it to the extent that you're gonna have it. You know the way girls take some guys stuff sometimes. And then he
What do
was
you
like,
mean?
oh, you know the way sometimes girls take guys stuff, maybe their clothes, something like that, and they wear it. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say he was like, oh, my ex gave it to me. What would you do?
I really don't know. I never really been in that situation. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, because I was hearing a story like he was wearing the watch and the girlfriend was like, oh, that was actually really nice. Like it was a really nice one, and he was like, oh, my ex gave it to me, and she literally just took off the watch and just threw it out the window while they were driving. Yeah, I know. She literally took it off. She was like, your ex gave that to you, so she took it off and just knocked it off and just threw it out the window.
Oh, actually, I remember seeing someone, and I think he came to visit me in a watch that his ex gave him. Me, I'm not me. I don't make a big deal about like. Obviously, if someone gave that to you as a gift, just because you're not that person in your life anymore, doesn't mean now I shouldn't wear it. Like if that person doesn't really matter to you, then I really wouldn't care. Like to be honest. Because I'm also because the person the guy got for me is not an ex, so I can't even wear this thing again now because of you. So let's say for example, like my ex got me, let's say a phone now. So because now we've broken up, so I can't use the phone again because my ex
Oh,
gave it to me. Like
okay. So that means you keep using the phone.
I'm using it now. Like why should I now stop using it? I should not go and buy a new one now because you feel insecure. Like even if your ex, even if I'm seeing someone and his ex got him, let's say a phone or whatever, I'm not that type of person that's like, oh, you should be using it around me. Why you still have it? Like I'm not that type of person. Like
I kind of get that because it's a gift anyways. So like you wouldn't do that. You
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about let's say he got you an iPhone and a MacBook. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he hasn't. He's finished paying for the iPhone, but he hasn't finished paying for the for the MacBook. Yeah. You guys
Okay.
broke up. Now he wants the MacBook back, or you finish paying for the rest of the money. What will you do?
Yeah, I finished paying for it. Like See, I would never let one guy pull a Quavo on me the way you just repossessed Sweetie's car. That would never be my portion. It would never be my portion. Yeah, I'll just pay it off. I'll just pay the difference off. Like, I really wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't
You wouldn't
mind.
mind. Oh, that's actually good. That's actually good. Okay. What about this? These are stories I'm hearing from people, so I'm sharing it with you. What
Oh,
about
okay.
it got so what about okay, you got your stuff like I mean design and stuff like Tommy, Gucci and everything, yeah? You
Yeah.
guys broke up and then he was asking you back the most expensive ones.
Oh, oh, you have to come to my house and find in my wardrobe and throw it out if you want to get rid of it. I will wear it with pride. I will wear with pride, man. I'm not returning. Returning for what? Because we're not getting much. Then I give it back to you. That's your L. Just take it and go.
For
That's
me,
your.
I feel like that's why, like, when you want to go out somewhere, kind of know the person you want to be with before you go out with them. Because for me, that is actually really low for a person. Because imagine going out with someone, getting gifts, and at the end of the day, you want the gift back because you're not together anymore.
But sometimes you don't really know until sometimes you don't really know someone's intent or true person until you're on bad terms with them. That's how you know this is how this person truly is. Because obviously, everyone's going to be nice to you when you guys are on good terms. The way you really know somebody is when you're on bad terms with them, then you know the real them. This is how the person is like.
Yeah, you're right as well. But I feel like sometimes as well, it's good to study each other well before like going in deep as well, have them little fights and everything before going into something much more deeper. So you know that, oh, when I'm annoyed, what is this person like? When I'm happy, what is this person like? When I'm being annoyed, a dickhead or whatever, who is he or she gonna be like? You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's
That's
true
a,
as well.
but sometimes you don't really know somebody. Like sometimes you don't really know someone's
That's yeah,
character.
you're actually right about that as well. Yeah. So yeah. Um. So oh yeah, this is the last one.
Okay.
This one this was read from a book. It says a black woman is treated less than a dog. What's your opinion?
I feel like that's a very vague
To me, it's
statement.
rude. It's a rude statement. What do you say?
I think it's a very vague statement.
Yeah.
I think it depends. I think it depends what you're talking about and who's dealing. Who you're referring to at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I think probably, let's say on social, I think probably why some people may agree to that statement is the way like us black women are publicly disrespected. So
Yeah.
I can see why some people would say it, but just because you see some people acting like that doesn't mean that's the general business.
That's yeah. 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 You're right about that. Yeah, that's really true. Yeah. Would you like to anything else before we finish? Anything you'd like to add up, or let's talk about before you go?
What can we talk about?
Oh, I remember before you think the story that you shared on your story. You remember about the girl that was being used as a slave?
Man, that
When you shared
story.
on your story that, yeah, that is actually mad. And then when you shared back in your story that the case already started, like that, I actually find that kind of disgusting. Like, why would someone record something and show you the police, and the police is saying like there is no evidence yet?
So, based on the comments, I saw people saying like, "Oh, they're Mormons,"
They're what?
and Mormons is a type of cult.
Okay.
And basically, they were saying like because of the position they are in that cult, they have loads of connections. And apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently, someone was saying that like, oh, Mormons see black people that are cursed. That's why we have black skin as a punishment from God. So for
Wow.
them now to adopt a black child
Yeah.
could make sense. I don't know. Sometimes I get suspicious sometimes when a white family adopt a black person.
Oh,
I get
yeah,
suspicious.
yeah. Yeah, true as well. I do that as well. Like, cause I'll be like, she will be the only one. Like, we should get the love. We should feel. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there should be a rule where. Then again, I think like there are some people that could be nice, but there is a
Yeah,
family that would have been nice as well. It's not everyone that's gonna be the same.
Yeah, like I've seen a few cases just like this doesn't sit well. It really doesn't sit well. Because I remember I saw one incident that like this was a white family. They adopted an Asian kid, a kid that has a disability. I forgot the disability, but like it's like a really serious thing. Like it's a lot to handle. And like there's people like they're like a YouTube channel, like, and basically they were basically using this child for money. Like he's basically most people were watching them, like watching the family because of him. They were basically the child was making a lot of money for the YouTubers.
Cause of what he or she was doing on the channel, is it?
Like the
Wow.
daughter that was addicted in, and then it's like they do like videos with the child and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden when things were getting tough for them, when like handling the kid, they just sent the kid back.
Oh wow.
They sent the kid back and they were there saying like they were making excuses like, oh, we couldn't handle it, we didn't have enough money to look after the kid. But it's like, if this was your own blood child, would you have had the same energy?
Yeah.
Would you have given up on that child if that was your own blood? You wouldn't have done it.
No.
And basically use this child. You
After getting all the subscribers and everything.
Yeah, for your own benefit, for money. And then once you can't handle it. And the thing is like, you knew this child had this disability before you took him in. So now when it's benefiting you making money, it was no problem. But now when it was too tough, you now want to send the child back because you can't handle it anymore.
Oh, wow, that's just so sad. I mean, when I saw the video, even a normal person, when you see the video of that girl, you don't need to be told before you know that there is something wrong. Even right from where she was dressed, the way she looked.
Yes.
I could tell that from the video she was trying to give signs as well, like something is wrong. You could see that she was trying to give signs as well, like there's something wrong. Like imagine an old fucking thing that looking happy and then she's just like that, trying to make it sound and you're telling me there's no evidence. What other evidence do you need? Do you want to go and live in the house without before you see what's gonna happen?
It looked like there was no life in that girl. Like everyone's having. She looks like she was not even there.
I wonder what she goes through when she's going with that. I just couldn't. I don't even want to think about what she goes through. Like imagine.
No.
It's gonna be like she's still living in the 60s for her, because that's what that's gonna be for her. Even what she was wearing, like no one's even wearing that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like nah.
And she apparently she was the only one that wasn't eating as well out of the whole family in that place.
That's to show you how bad they were. You're even in the public, and you still imagine what they would be doing to her at home. That was public. What would they be doing back at home?
That's it. And then say, oh, because she's sick. But even though you know people are sick, you give them food. That is still not an excuse.
Sick. Why are they even talking for her? Like that's why you know like they have like taken over. She can't talk because she knows like she's gonna be in trouble when she get back home as well. It was just so sad. I find it so disgusting when like people were like saying, oh no, there's no evidence, and some people saying, yeah, they should be happy that she was adopted. I'm like, it's better for her not to be adopted and be in the care home than her being adopted and used as a slave by someone else.
Just because you're being adopted doesn't give it a right at the same time. Oh, should just be grateful that someone took her in. Like it's still not an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those things irritate.
Yeah. How's summer been so far? How's summer been?
Man, I don't do anything. All I do, work and gym and home. That's it.
At least you go to gym. My own is just walk home. Because Island alone, it's boring. Like nothing to do. Walk home, church. Like Island is just like, you know what I mean. So like nothing really to do. There's no contact here, nothing. So you just basically just gonna be at home anyways.
Yeah. People are enjoying it.
Who are you?
Just like, oh boy, I have to head to UK, man, because those
concerts and everything, and we are still here, still for like lockdown, even though we're allowed to do certain stuff.
This stupid lockdown, even stupid rule. Oh, you can't dance in public places. I was like, you can't what? I'm like, Leo, give vodka. Michael Martin, you want to see me bust wine? I can't even at you guys. You will see me bust wine. Don't.
Oh wow, very you.
Come and meet me. You'll see me bust wine. Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun today. Thank you so much for coming on, girl. I really
Thank
appreciate you.
you. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
No problem, girl. I hope you have a nice night and have a good week as well. We'll talk later, yeah?
Thanks. You too, girl.
All right, bye, love. Thank you.
Bye. See you. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to I said I'm gonna be giving a shout out to a business at the end of all my life. If you guys don't know her, she is Mina Culture. I'm gonna be sharing her on my story very soon. I literally met her on Instagram and she's a very good dressmaker and I love her. And anyways, I'm gonna advertise her later on my story and anyways. And thank you all guys for joining me today and yeah, I hope to see you all next week. Thank you and bye.